everyone, welcome to another video for SimonsTheStamp.com. Today I'm starting out with this stamp from La La Land Crafts. This is the Marcy with Cat stamp. Thought she was really cute, and I thought it'd be fun to pair this stamp with this sentiment from this 9 live stamp set from Paper Smooches. I thought this sentiment would be really great. This says, "Have a perfect day." So I'm going to be using that a little bit later, but for now I'm going to go ahead and stamp Marcy with Cat using some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to be stamping her onto some Express It blending card. And this is a special paper sold by Copic. You can get it at SimonsTheStamp.com. And it's made to blend Copic markers very well. And I really love it. I don't like to use it for card bases. For card bases, I like to use Simons to Stamp 120 pound ultra thick cardstock. But since I'm going to be adhering this onto the card instead of having it be on the front of the card, I find it easiest to color on this cardstock here. I'm also planning to cut out a circle and have a circle window over Marcy. So I don't necessarily have to color all the way down to the bottom of her feet, but I'm going to make sure I get the majority of her dress so that when I cut out that circle that everything should be all colored in. I like to start with skin tones, so I'm going to go ahead and just lay down some color. I'm also going to color her arms. Alright, now I'm going to go in with E11. Oh, I forgot her one ear. Alright, now I'm going in with E11 and I'm flicking in from the top edge because I just want to add a little bit of shading. I'm also going to do above her eyes. Alright, and then I'll go back in with the original skin color and I'm going to flick that in from the edges. And that's just going to help blend those colors all together. Alright, I'm going to take R20, it's my favorite color for blush, and I'm just going to flick that in from the corner on her cheeks. And then I'll go back in with E00 and blend that out. And then I usually like to just go one more over the entire face. That really blends everything together. I'm going to use that same blush color for her lips. Alright, I'm starting with the lightest color and I'm going to kind of mark the areas where there's going to be a glare on her hair. Alright, and now I can go in with the next darkest color, which is E53. And I'm going to start following the lines in her hair and kind of flicking into that area where there's going to be a glare. I'm going to have her hair be a really light brown, kind of like a dark blonde color. Alright, I'll take the next darkest color, which is E55. Alright, and then I'm going to go in with the darkest color, which is E57, and I'm going to use it very sparingly, just in the very darkest spots. Alright, after I've added the darkest areas, you can tell there are spots that I need to blend more. So I'm going to go in with the color just darker than that, and I'll start blending these together a little bit better. This is E55. Alright, so now we have just sort of a dark blonde or really light brown. I'm going to color her dress green. I'm not worried about the bottom of the dress because that will be, it won't be shown through the circle window. Alright, and because my cat is black and white, I'm going to color this one in some grays, and the darkest gray is going to look pretty dark. So that's the cat that I'm going to be coloring. I'm just going to mark the areas that would be the darkest. I'm going to go in with a C1, and I'm just going to, I don't know if you guys have seen the picture of my cat, but half of his face is black and half is white. And then his back is black. And his tummy and legs are white. Alright, so I sort of have the darkest areas filled in. I'm going to go in with an even darker color. I'm now using C5. Sort of just building that color. Okay, and now with the very darkest color, I'm only going to go in the places that would be the darkest. So right around the edges of his face and underneath his face, down by Marcy's arm, underneath his tail, around the bottom of his tail. And then I'm going to take the next darkest color and sort of start to blend that in. And that'll give him a little bit of shading. I'm going to take one of the lighter colors and really try to pull those grays down. Alright, and I'm going to leave him like that. He's just a kind of a dark gray kitty. Alright, so I didn't end up coloring the bottom because I'm only going to be using this top portion. Alright, I have some taffy cardstock from Basil. And I'm going to be cutting out a circle that's just large enough to cover all of Marcy. So I'm going to be using some Sizzix circle dies. I'm going to kind of size these so I can get the perfect circle. That one looks like it would be perfect. This is the 3-inch circle. You can hear my kitty back here meowing. I'm going to put it kind of up and off to the side just a little bit. Have some washi tape. I'm just going to have that hold that in place. Alright, so now I have the perfect window to go over Marcy and her little kitty. I'm going to cut this down so that it doesn't show outside the edge of the circle. So I'm going to put this on here. Looks like I would just take a little bit off the top side and the side. Alright, and I'm going to use my circle die to get the perfect spacing around that circle. So I'm going to adhere my sentiment. Since it's a clear stamp, I can really get the curve just right. Alright, it's going to go right along that edge. I'm using Hero Art's Wet Cement ink. Alright, I'm going to put some foam adhesive on the back. I'm getting mostly the areas around the circle window. Alright, and I'll get this just centered perfectly. I have a sheet of Nina Silhouette cardstock that is 9.5 inches long by 4 3/4 wide. I'm going to be making a 4 3/4 inch square card. So this is going to go right on top there. All right, I'm going to take my white gel pen and add a dashed line around the outer edge. All right, to finish it off, I punched a little heart using the small heart punch from Punch Bunch. I'm just adding a little heart at the end of the sentiment. I'm going to cover it with Christmas red stickles. All right, and there's the card for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.